the skies are gray and you feel astray, who you gonna call?
Okay, hello everybody. You know what day it is? It is Newsday. We got here the 628 journal. And let's see. By the way, a couple of comments I get from my many loyal news viewers is one, do you really read it for the first time when you do the recording? The answer is yes. Don't you think if I pre-read the thing, these things would go a little smoother? And I forget what the other question was I was going to mention. Maybe I'll think of it later and let you know. So, this week, there's something good. The star of the week this week is an actual person. It's not like a riding lawnmower or a fishing derby. But there's this picture, Tommy Launer. It is not Lautner. I did not get it wrong. There is no T. But we'll get to him later. Front page, in his blood. Paul Springer prepares to donate 25th gallon of blood. Needs 25 new donors to join him. There will be cake. And this is, okay, well, 25th gallon. That is his 200th time donating. I'm not going to check their math on this. Sounds good to me. Multiply 200 pints and see how many gallons that comes out to. What the blood drive is July 9 at Trinity Methodist Church in Phillipsburg. And I'll just say it's a good thing to do. If you can't be there that day to donate blood, find another blood drive in your area. Okay, over here we also have on the front page, Sours Market. Fresh, local, and delicious. Let's give you a shot of that picture. There you go. There's people checking out, it looks like, at Sours Market. And it says, freshly baked soft pretzels, new, fresh market, grocery bulk food items, all smell good. Yeah, this might be a great place, but on the front page, you want to bet me 85 cents that these people are not advertisers? Okay, front page. Osceola Mills, a pretty big ordeal. This is obviously going to be about the 4th of July parade, carnival, and all that. Let me just tell you, they mentioned it's the 102nd Fireman's Fair. I can tell you, before you ask, like people do every year, what day is the parade is on July 4th. Unless the 4th falls on a Sunday, in which case the parade would be on the 5th. Otherwise, the parade is always July 4th at 11 a.m. It starts up top of town, snakes down through. The carnival starts on Monday of that week. Sunday of that week beginning, which is 2 days from now, that Sunday, is the car show, and they always get a big turnout for that. And if you want to know more, you'll find it. There's a whole nother page about that market. I'm telling you, they've got to be advertisers. There's stuff about Phillipsburg Elementary. I think we've established Toby does not go to the Phillipsburg Elementary, so I don't care about their students of the month or any of that other stuff. Okay, well, here's the obituaries. We shall get serious for a moment. We got a Robert Bob Swansinger, born in 1931. He residing with his daughter Lynn and Palmyra, is formerly of Phillipsburg. We have a Darrell L. Anderson, born in 47. It says he was from Osceola, died at home. And we have a Dolores H. Hicks. 83 years old, of Houtsdale, and says she was born in 1940. If any, that's all the obituaries. If any of them sound familiar, go online, get more information. We got the Phillipsburg Legion. Toby's too young for that baseball. Got something about State College softball. Who cares? Oh, here we go. Police report. That's what you all tune in for. You know it. Right off, we have harassment. Police investigate a harassment incident involving a 32-year-old Osceola Mills woman and a 36-year-old Osceola Mills man on Pruner Street. Pruner Street, in case you don't know, is the bad part of town in Osceola. I didn't buy that. Police is investigating an incident of access device fraud in which a 40-year-old Allport woman fraudulently charged $329.58 to a 38-year-old Morrisdale man's credit card. Let me just mention, for those of you keeping track, in this case, the person from Morrisdale is the victim. Now, that is unusual for us, but may I just note for those of you who aren't from around here, Allport is right next door to Morrisdale. Next, stolen cone. Ooh, could it be ice cream? Good time of year for ice cream. A young white male operating a yellow four-wheeler picked up an orange road construction cone valued at $40 and belonging to Morris Township. The cone was stolen from areas on Church Street. Anyone with information, call the cops, please. That's what it says. I'm not lying to you. It doesn't say call Pennsylvania State Police. It doesn't say call Morristown Police. It says call the cops, please. And can I just point out the poetry that they give us? It's a young white male operating a yellow four-wheeler who picked up an orange cone. Very colorful, this paper is. Next, we have pulled out in front. Doreen Morowski, 65, of Phillipsburg, was traveling north on Morrisdale Allport Highway. Now, notice Morrisdale Allport Highway. I told you they're right next to each other. When Richard Haney, 90, of Morrisdale, pulled out in front of Morowski and struck her vehicle. Morowski got a broken rib and broken hand. EMS transported both of the drivers. I'll just be a little nitpicky here. I think, now, obviously the way it's described here, this is all I'm going by is what it says. The guy pulled out in front of her. If that's true, he's at fault. But can I just say, if he pulled out in front of her, she struck him. Obviously, if she didn't have time to stop, it's his fault. But he did not pull in front of her and strike her. Not just, theft. A 38-year-old Houtsdale man reported someone stole $276 from him. That's what it says. They stole the money from him. It doesn't say he was robbed at gunpoint. It doesn't say they broke into his house. It doesn't say he left the wallet sitting on the car seat. They stole money from him. This is what we like about this. They give us all the details, PFA violation. Rusty Maines, 58, of Munson. Munson is nowhere near Morrisdale, for those of you who will be wondering. From Munson was cited for a PFA violation against a 59-year-old Lance woman. PFA, of course, is protection from abuse. Let's see. And a burrito. Blair McChesney, 28, was arrested for stealing a lot of items from the Tylertown Quick Fill, including Red Bull, valued at $379. Okay, so I think what they're saying here, although once again, their writing and editing leaves something to be desired. The Red Bull is not valued at $379. They're saying items including the Red Bull. Now, this is a case where if they thought they were using an Oxford comma, they are wrong. There should have been no comma after quick fill. Let me make sure it's not me. I'm not even sure. It might be a period, which would make no sense because the I in including is not capitalized. Oh, yeah. There you go. There's a period after quick fill. But it still says including Red Bull, comma, valued at $379. So it's not me. Old Spice deodorant, Welch's fruit snacks, a condom package, 2 flashlights, South Patch Kids, probably meant Sour Patch, and a burrito. Now again, people, call the journal. Tell them if I can work from home, I'll give this stuff a quick look over on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it is they go to press, and I can fix a lot of this stuff. I won't charge them a whole lot to do a little editing on these things, because he stole a condom package. No condoms, just a package. The South Patch Kids and a burrito. Now, let me just put this out there to you journal folks. You'll have to do your own headlines. I'm not going to do the silly headlines on these things. I'm sorry. I mean, if I was just doing some newsletter like I used to do amongst friends when we had like a lottery club, I would do silly things. But this is supposed to be a newspaper. I'm not doing these little funny headlines for you, but I will go through and edit these simple things like, remember that one last week that, I don't know, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch last week's. I even photographed the article so you could see the way it was written. I could fix these things for you. You know, I mean, if this is all, you give me a police report like this every week, I don't know, maybe $25. What do you say? Cash. Okay, where was we got one left. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Police investigate a harassment involving a 21-year-old Phillipsburg man on Sportsman Road, Cooper Township. Charges are pending. I'm not even going to go into the relationship between Cooper Township and Morris. There's more stuff, obviously, about Phillipsburg Little League that we don't care about. There's a whole lot of advertising. There's PO Junior Olympics. It's just, I'm not quite sure what that's about. Get the paper and read it yourself. What are you putting me through here, folks? Why do you expect me to do everything? Let's see. Now we're down to the final page. We've got our, remember it used to be Reader of the Week? Let me just say, if they ran through all their readers, again, hire me to do a little editing for you. I'll do it cheap, say $50. And maybe people will start reading you again if the paper would start making a little sense in these things. You know that the big thing people look for is that police report. Let me clean it up for you. It'll be worth it. Like I said, I'll do it cheap, say $75, cash money. Okay, so the star of the week is an actual person. It's Tommy Launer. And it has something to do with Shoot for Magic Sports Clay competition was held on June 7 in Warriors Mark. That's not very close to where we are, and let me just say, the Sporting Clays competition. Now, I believe somewhat in, PC, I don't like using some of the old-fashioned words people use. I'm not going to bother mentioning which ones. Uh, but really, is this one of these politically correct things? Sporting clays competition. They can't say that it was, a marksmanship competition or they were shooting clay pigeons. Is that like just too much for people these days? Not putting that one on the journal. That would be obviously be the sportsman club or whatever who decide what to call it. But the money was used for youth mentoring program of some type. Um, Now I don't know why Tommy Launer is the person of the week because it says Stifel took home a championship, but oh, that's a team. But I'm guessing that this guy. I'm not going to keep reading this. I guess this guy. I do see Launer ended up with the title after a long run count tiebreaker. We also have pictures of Holden Price and Rachel Brown. I'm guessing if you can see them, Holden Price. I'm not going to read the article, but I'm going to bet he was like junior champion, and Rachel Brown is maybe the women's category. Not really sure. I mean, that's fine. Do what you want. Not sure why you need a men and women's category in something like shooting. You know, I could see if you're having weightlifting or something, but should it really matter with a gun? But it's not a hill I'm going to die on. Memory Lane is Moshannon Creek. Flood control. If you didn't see it when we're looking at Tommy, there's a picture of a drag line. Obviously doing something at Moshannon Creek. And it says flood control project started in 64. Okay. Yeah. I guess this is me, but I don't like memory lane being things that took place in my lifetime. I like it better when they got these pictures of people from the 1800s or the 1930s. But anyway, phase 1 was 64. Phase 2, it looks like, was in 1970. And, that came from the historical foundation down there. I don't want to get on the Peaburg Historical Foundation. They're probably nice people, unlike some people I could name in the OM Historical Foundation. But history, folks. Let's make it history. Like I said, let's go back. Turn of the century, turn of the 20th, not the 21st or before. But that's all the news we got for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in again. This is Muckster News, out. Peace out.